Geographically called the center of Europe, today we are going to visit the palace of the Dukes of Lithuania in Vilnius, the capital, of course. Welcome back. So, today again we are going to visit a new country and a new capital, and today is the turn of Lithuania. Are you happy? Let's get to see a little bit more of this country, and let's get to know the capital, and of course let's get to see what the Palace of the Dukes is all about. Okay, let's get tuned and let's start the video. Lithuania, also known, or better officially known as the Republic of Lithuania, is a country on the Baltic region of Europe. It is neighboring with Sweden and Denmark in the east, and Latvia on the north, Belarus in the east and south, and Poland on the south. Its largest city and also capital is Vilnius. Lithuania was also known as the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, and in the 14th century it was the largest country in Europe. And that's because the present-day Lithuania, Belarus, Ukraine, part of Poland and Russia were all territories of the Grand Duchy. Incredible. But with time, many of the lands that were held by the Grand Duchy became part of other country. The most of it of Russia, and of course the others became some independent country. And also Lithuania in 1918 it became a republic as we know it, as a modern republic as we know it today. And even then it was occupied by the Soviet Union and the Nazi during the World Wars, and yes, then after the wars again it became it was still part of the Soviet Union, but by the end of the 20th century it became the country we all know today. So just a year before the independent Republic of Lithuania was born as we know it today in the 1989. A scientist find out that the central of the geographical central of Europe is located in Lithuania. It did this through some gravity center calculation and the geometrical figures of Europe. And yes, that I believed it was a fun fact. Getting back to our topic, the capital attraction, let's get to know a little bit about Vilnius. Where is it and how is it? As I told you before, Vilnius is the capital, is the largest city with a population of about 570,000 people. Vilnius was nominated also by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site for its history, of course. And before Second World War, it was one of the largest Jewish center in Europe, and of course after that it wasn't anymore Vilnius is located in southeastern Lithuania at the confluence of Vilnia and the Neris River. And as I told you before, geographically is the center of Europe. So, like most medieval town, Vilnius was developed around the town hall and the main street that is also known as Palace Street links the town hall to the royal palace. In particular, it links the cathedral square to the town hall square. Vilnius is most known for its Baroque style, but you can also find some little bit of here and there of Gothic and Renaissance styles. This is due to its many different rulers. So, just to get to the point of this video, let's get to talk about actually what we are here for, the palace of the Grand Dukes of Lithuania. This building, the palace of the Grand Dukes of Lithuania, it was originally built constructed in the 15th century for the rulers of the Great Duchy of Lithuania, and of course the future kings of Poland, because at that age, at that point in time, it became part of the Poland as it was known. The palace is located in the lower castle of Vilnius, and for 4 centuries the palace was the political, administrative and cultural center of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, but it was demolished on the beginning of the 19th century, and work on the new palace started in the beginning of the 21st century. So about 2 centuries passed before it was built again. This remodernation took approximately around 16 years. So before the last construction began, there was a research, an archaeological research for making sure that everything was alright, and it came out that there were really big problems with the structure, because there were for 2 centuries it was unused. It went in a state of degradation, and so there were different possibilities, they could build similar construction but new. They could build construction just to protect the site of this palace, because they were going for they were listing in the UNESCO World Heritage list, or they could build on the old building, but it was going to be really a drastic economic choice. So what they did was reconstruction, but it took really a long time, because there were archaeological research through the whole construction progress, and there were historians and archaeologists that were looking not to reconstruct the building, the palace, but just to leave the ruins, all the old one. Of course, it became the administrative center for Vilnius, for Lithuania in general, and yes, the summit and convention and important ceremonies took place in the castle, in the palace actually. I said castle because actually the palace it became a part of the castle in Vilnius, so that's why. So this was the palace of the Grand Duke of Lithuania, and yes, that's it. There are so many others, so many other buildings that are really you should spend some time on and talk about them as well as the palace. But this was just a fast tour of it. Not even a fast tour, but just some few information because time is short. And well, Lithuania right now it's not one of the richest country in Europe. So the majority of the income it is spent not really on the building, on modernization, but on people, on services. So it was there was really there was war in the Second World War, and Lithuania is one of those countries that never did recover until a few decades ago, and since then it's starting again to become the country that once was. And so by the side of the buildings you don't find many attraction. Of course you find many attraction, but I mean there are so many places that need constructing, and so you can if you go visit you will understand yourself what I mean, but I believe you already do. So if you want to go there, just check the link below, because I believe you can get some discount. And if you want to know more about this Vilnius or the palace or even just the country itself, because maybe you want to go some other places, some other cities, of course, you can just check out this book below. It is actually a guide, so you will know what to visit, what to do. And well, as Lithuania is doing, is reconstructing the city, we can also construct something. We can, as always, I will leave you with this. We can build together a better world. So let's just do it. And if you like the video, of course, let me know. Show me some love, subscribe, and if you don't want to miss the next video, hit the bell notification button so you won't. Okay, so see you next week, and well, goodbye.